change according to the window size. And if we open the HTML file by adding the paragraph, and if we open that HTML file in larger window screens, the browser that has larger window screens, and if you open the same HTML with another browser that has small screens, then the number of lines in a paragraph will vary automatically according to the size of the browser window, and the output that of paragraph generally will not change by adding the extra spaces or extra lines in a paragraph. When we write the paragraph in an HTML file using the p attribute, using the p tag, if we add any extra spaces or extra lines, generally those extra spaces and extra lines will be automatically removed by the browser when the same paragraph is shown on the web page. Browser automatically removes all the extra spaces and extra lines, and the extra spaces and extra lines will be just treated as one single space only in the paragraph. And if you write this simple rhyme using a paragraph, this will be displayed in a single line. But instead of that, if we can use the p tag, if we use the HTML pre tag, then it preserves the spaces and the line breaks. And when we use the p tag, generally the display paragraph will be shown automatically in a fixed width font, and usually that will be a Courier font. And when we use some of the attributes in HTML, and when we are using some of the text formatting attributes, then the font size, then the font type of the text and the font size of the text automatically changes. Even for headers and for some of text formatting elements, the size of the text and the type of the font will be changed automatically by the browser. And when we use this pre tag, then the paragraph will be displayed in a fixed width font, and it preserves the spaces and the extra lines that we add. If we write the same rhyme using the p tag, if we write using just the p tag, then the extra lines and spaces will be removed. Instead of using a p tag, if we use them using the pre tag, then it preserves the extra lines and empty spaces. And we have already seen the example for pre tag in our last session. And today let us see how we can add line breaks in a paragraph. To add line breaks, we can use the br tag in HTML. Br tag defines a new line, defines a line break, and we use br tag without starting a new paragraph. Instead of starting a new paragraph, if we just use br tag, the next paragraph will be automatically started in a new line. In a single paragraph, we can just add br tag and we can show that as a different paragraph. So this is the simple syntax to add line breaks in a paragraph. And generally this br tag is empty HTML element. We don't need to write any tag for the br element. So first let us see how we can add br tag in a paragraph. So this is the simple paragraph. So instead of using p tag, I'm going to use this. I'm going to write the same code using p tag, and we'll add line breaks to this so that we can add extra lines in a paragraph. So generally with the p attribute, this will be shown in a single line only. But instead of this, I will add line breaks to this by adding the br tag. And we need not to write any end tag for the br attribute. It's empty HTML tag, so we need not to add any line breaks to that. So Now this complete statement will be displayed in a single line, and after that this BR tag adds a new line break, and then this statement will be shown in the next line, and then this statement also will be shown in the next line. So this is the way to add line breaks in the paragraph. And let us see text formatting elements in HTML. The text formatting elements in HTML are generally designed to display special types of text. There are different types of text we can display in HTML. We can display bold text, important text, italic, emphasized, marked text, small text, deleted text, inserted text, and subscripts and superscripts. So these are the different types of text we can show on the web page using the HTML formatting elements. And let us see what are the attributes that we can use in HTML to show these different types of text. To show the bold text, we can use B tag. In a paragraph, if we write any words in between the B tag, then those words will be shown using the bold font. And bold, the B tag just converts the text into bold, but it will not add any extra importance. And this is the syntax to use the B tag. So this is not a empty HTML element. We need to write end tag for this B tag. So this is the syntax to write the bold text, and strong is also defines strong text. The strong attribute also defines the text. This is generally used to define the strong text with added semantics some strong importance. And HTML I tag, so this is generally used to define the italic text, and this is without any importance. And this is the syntax to write the italic text. And em, so this attribute is used to define the emphasized text, and the emphasized text also without any importance, and this is a syntax to add the emphasized text. So here generally when we use the strong attribute and the bold attribute, the output will be almost the same. The browser generally displays strong as bold only and emphasized as the italic text only, but the difference is B and I tags are generally defines the bold and italic text, but strong and emphasized. So means that the text is important. B and I generally shows just the text in bold format. And if you see the output for strong and B is almost similar. And generally browser displays strong text as bold text only and emphasized text as italic only. But the difference is bold and I defines the bold text and italic text only. But strong and EM means the text has some importance. And to show the small text, we can use the small attribute. So this shows the text in a smaller font, and mark elements defines the marked or the highlighted text, and this is the syntax to use. We use mark attribute to show the marked text, and to show the deleted text, then we can use this del attribute. And to show the inserted text, we can use ins attribute. And quotations we'll discuss later. So first let us see examples how we can show these different types of text in HTML. Now in this same paragraph, I want to convert the first statement as bold text. So I'm going to add B tag, and we should write end tag for this B attribute. Now only this first paragraph will be shown as a bold text. So only the first paragraph is shown as a bold text, and I'm going to add strong attribute for the second line. So if you see, the output is almost the same. Strong is generally shown as bold text only. And I'm going to add italic text for the third statement. So we can use the attribute I. This statement will be shown using the italic font. The third statement is shown using the italic font. And the same statement, I'm going to use the emphasized text. To show the emphasized text, we'll use the attribute em. And generally, the browser shows emphasized text as italic only, but the difference is strong and emphasize shows that the text is important. So the next two lines are shown in italic font only. I'm adding a line break here also. Em and I attributes shows the text as italic text, but the difference is em generally shows that the text is important. And then to show the small text, we can use small attribute and then marked text and deleted text and inserted text. Now let us see how we can show the text in smaller font using the small attribute. Now this statement will be shown on the browser page in smaller font. And then let us see how we can show the marked text using the mark attribute. So browser automatically adds yellow color for the marked text. And let us see how we can write the inserted text and deleted text using INS and del attributes. The browser automatically underlines the text for the INS attribute. And let us see how we can add the deleted text. So generally in any websites, if any information is outdated, then after developing the website, instead of completely removing the statement, we can just add the deleted text by adding the del attribute. So the deleted text will be shown in this way. The underline will be added in the complete word. So this is the syntax to show the deleted text. And let us see how we can add a HTML quotations. The HTML quotations will be added using the Q attribute, and when we write the code using the Q attribute, the complete code will be shown in double quotes. And if the quotation is lengthy, then to show the lengthy quotations, we can use the attribute block quote. And when we use the block quote attribute, the text will be the indent text. And if we just add only the Q attribute for the quotation, then the quotation will be shown in double quotes. And if we use the block quote attribute to show the quotation, then the text will be shown as indent. Now let's see how this quotation will be shown on web page using the Q and this block quote attributes. So this is the quotation I have added. Now this quotation will be shown in double quotes when we show this quotation on the web page. The double quotes will be automatically added by the browsers for quotations. The code that we mentioned using the Q attribute, so that is shown in double quotes. So this is the code that we have mentioned in double quotes using the Q attribute, and that is for showing this statement, the double quotes is automatically added by the browser. And if the quotation is a lengthy quotation, then we can use block quote attribute. And if we use the block quote attribute, then the quotation will be shown as indent. And the browser automatically adds some margin before showing the block quote text. So this is the way to show the quotations, and we can use abbreviation to show the abbreviations. We can use this attribute kbbr. So defines the if you want to show any complete abbreviations or acronyms, then we can use this abbreviation attributes. This is a syntax to show the abbreviations.